to Kentucky Homes. This is your Central Kentucky Realtor, Tanya Petty. Today we are talking about home inspections. So we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of home inspections, the who pays for the repairs, and how to negotiate a fair contract. So the first thing we're going to go over is the do's and don'ts of home inspections. When you order a home inspection, you are going to get a very long list of things that you need to be aware of. Now, the home inspector's responsibility is to go throughout the home, check all the major systems, and report to you any flaws or needed repairs that you should be aware of at the time of purchasing your home. This list can be very long, and it's not meant to intimidate you. It's meant to make you aware. It is not, however, a fix-it list for the seller. It is things that you need to know about the home before purchasing it. And in some cases, may be reasons not to purchase a home if you find major flaws or defects that you're not willing to live with. So those are the things that you want to keep in mind when you're having a home inspection. Going into the next thing, who pays for the repairs? Now, when you have a home inspection on a home that you are buying, the repairs are negotiated at the end of the inspection period. So when you make an offer, you have an inspection period or option period at the beginning of the contract that allows you to have your home inspections and negotiate either the price or the repairs that need to be made before closing. In many cases, this is done before your appraisal, and in the state of Kentucky, sometimes they're done at the same time, but we usually try to get them done before appraisal. The payment for those things is all within the negotiation. Sometimes the sellers will agree to fix everything the buyers request to have fixed. Now, if there are safe use things that are hazards, those need to be repaired before closing, especially when you're dealing with a lender. They usually want the house to be safe for the buyer before they move in. But if these are things like, a gutter needs to be fixed or siding needs some repair, these are things that are not hazards to the buyer and are up to the buyer whether or not they want to request repaired, and up to the seller whether or not they want to repair. Now, in the state of Kentucky, or at least in the heart of Kentucky contract, if a seller is unable to repair a safe use issue, such as a staircase that needs to be fixed in order to be safe, or a foundation that may be crumbling and could be unsafe, that is a good indicator that the buyer may be able to step away from that home and go looking elsewhere. But if it is something small, it may not be so. So double check your contract before you go into the idea that you're going to back out of a contract for something small. Now, as we negotiate for the repairs, this is the last part, and we're going to kind of continue from this part before. The seller may pay for those, but the buyer may also pay for those. Now, it depends on who wants to pay for it, who's willing to pay for it, and if it really needs to be repaired. So there are a lot of possibilities when you are making an offer on a home and you are in the repair phase. You can request the seller to fix. Let's say you are under contract for a home that has a missing railing on the front porch. Now, certain lenders or certain loans will require you, and it's usually a specific loan type, to have that repaired before closing because that could be a hazard. Now, some other loans may not care, and they may say that's on you. So as the buyer, if you don't have to have that repaired for your loan, you can tell the seller, oh, I'll repair it later. Could you just give me maybe $300 or $400 off the price of the house so that I can afford to repair it? So there are different ways that you can negotiate. You can also ask the seller, can you repair that and I'll pay you in advance for it? Like, we'll add $300 to the cost of the home, or we've asked for it to be fixed before we buy the home, but we'll buy it at the same price that we had originally in the contract. So talk with your realtor about what your options are before you fill out that repair list, because some things may be negotiable in multiple ways. And if you have any questions about home inspections or about negotiations and repairs, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to answer your questions, or put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and have a wonderful day.